Year 1999, Dhyana Linga consecration in Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. Just a few years ago, Dhyana Linga consecration. It was mid-morning when a strange man went and stood at the main gate of the house. He was constantly staring the house with certain dignity. The guard who was present there saw this strange man and conveyed Ma Bharati, who was inside house. Ma Bharati, who was actively involved in Dhyana Linga consecration at that time. Now engrossed in her routine, she said that she was not willing to meet any strange person. Now after some time, the guard knocked her room again to convey that the man was still present, waiting at the gate to meet her, insisting to see her. So out of irritation and curiosity, she stepped out of the house and saw this person standing with great dignity. It seemed to her as if he was expecting nothing from her. The man kept on looking at her constantly with an unusual sense of tenderness. She just ignored the man and turned her back to him. The man suddenly went. Just when this happened, later, suddenly in a moment of clarity, it dawned on her. She immediately called Sadhguru, who was traveling at that time. Sadhguru just told one thing. He came and went. He has emptied himself, but you have missed the opportunity. So, who was this man? What connection did he had with Bharati? Or where did he go suddenly? Was he her any ancestor? If yes, why did he come? And what relation he shared with Ma Bharati? With all these questions in mind, let's listen to the full, complete, mysterious history of this. A few years before Dhyana Linga consecration, Sadhguru specifically pointed Ma Bharati and told her that her father of her Raigad birth, who was at his final stage of spiritual evolution, would come and visit her within 30 days. He described this person's entire attire, his each and every characteristics to her, and clearly gave instructions to her that he was within just 100 to 200 kilometers in south direction. So he warned her that he would find her within 30 days, and the only thing she has to do is she should ask him to sit and just serve him a meal. He told her that by doing this, she would be able to dissolve her unfinished karma which had been hanging on for a long time. Now it was mid-morning. Right after 2 weeks, Sadhguru has warned Ma Bharati to be careful. When a strange person with exactly same attire and personality came and stood in front of her main gate. Ma Bharati, engrossed in her work, she kept the man waiting for long. After constant reminder by the guard, out of curiosity and irritation, she just went and saw the sturdy man standing right in front of her. But by this time, she has already forgotten each and every word of Sadhguru. The man constantly looked at her with an unusual sense of tenderness, which she ignored, and she said that I don't know who you are and I want nothing to do with you, and she turned her back to him. Now within these few moments, the man suddenly went or say disappeared. Later, suddenly she got some clarity. She recalled Sadhguru's wordings. This was the man of her vision and also of Sadhguru's description. So now she immediately contacted Sadhguru, and the very first thing which he told was he came and went. He has emptied himself, but she missed the opportunity to dissolve her unfinished karma. Well, we all know that it's time for pitru paksha, a time where we express our deep-hearted gratitude to pitru or our ancestors. We feed them and do many rituals. This incident of Ma Bharati is not the only one. There are many incidences like this one. This event is exactly like the momentum of wind. wherever the moisture density is low, that is where the wind rushes and rain finally happens. Similarly, wherever there is emptiness, everything rushes there. So, when the karmic bag is empty, all those other bags of karma, which have been in one way or another connected to that for so many lifetimes, tends to slowly move towards that direction, knowingly or unknowingly. Mostly unknowingly, they move in that direction because for all of them, there is a possibility now. When one karmic bag empties, everybody has an equal opportunity to become empty. And the same thing also happens with a nearly empty karmic bag in search of past karmic connection to empty itself. That happened with Mahabharati. Now, that would be a great opportunity for both beings to dissolve the aspect of karma. But if one is not alert or aware to the inner situations, these great opportunities could be completely missed out, as Bharati missed a tremendous opportunity to dissolve her long-awaited karma. So by this story, we clearly came to know about the importance of pitru paksha and also the importance of our pitru, or that is our ancestors. Now we all know that from 17 September to 2nd October, Pitru Paksha is there. These 14 to 15 days are very much important as our ancestors communicate with us. And on 2nd October is Mahalaya Amavasya, which is the new moon and the last day to do rituals for our ancestors, which is also known as shraddha. And interestingly, from 3rd October, Navratri begins, when our ancestors or Pitrus finally go back. So in these 14 days, our ancestors connect with us and try to communicate with us in so many different ways. So now, if you have to do rituals or there is something that needs to be done for ancestors, this is the time to work on it. Now, why are ancestors so important? Because we owe our ancestors and there is a karmic bond between them and us. And this is the time where 14 days are given, where we offer to them, pray to them so that they get released and attain moksha. And we need their blessings. We know that the highest of all emotion is the emotion of gratitude. So we express our deep-hearted gratitude to them. So looking into this, Kalabhairava Shanthi is an annual process conducted at Linga Bhairavi on the auspicious night of Mahalaya Amavasya, that is on 2nd October, for the well-being of ancestors and departed relatives. Now, this live stream of the rituals in Mahalaya Amavasya will happen from 11:15 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. on 2nd October. And along with this, an offering of fire to Devi Linga Bhairavi, that is known as Agni Arpanam, is going to happen, which is an extreme expression of gratitude for everyone and everything that has contributed and nurtured our lives. So, for further details of requirements of Kalabhairava Shanthi, you can just visit the link which I have posted in description. And if you are someone who is wishing to register it for that, go and check down the link in the description. And finally, now closing the video, hope you loved it and found it meaningful, and how our ancestral relationship is important for us. Now, if you found it meaningful and informative, do share this with as many people as you can. And do not forget to give it a like, share and subscribe. Up to next, stay safe, healthy, happy, and namaskaram.